What's up, party people? Today I have a video for you showing my loot from 100 runs of the Elonohm Party Dungeon. So make sure to subscribe to my channel and like the video if you find this helpful or entertaining. Let's get this going. So I was thinking to myself, I'm bored on Dekaron. What do I want to do? You know what? I could use some money. You know what else? I'm really curious to see how many skill books I can get from 100 runs of the Elonohm Party Dungeon. So I committed to doing 100 runs of this glorious dungeon. And I have to say, it wasn't too bad. This dungeon is not super boring, and it's pretty easy if you have high enough damage. So, like I said, I did 100 runs of this dungeon. Each run takes me, somewhere between 8 and 9 minutes to complete, and I did 100 runs. So that comes out to probably a little bit over 14 hours in total. And I was working on this over a period of, I don't know, maybe like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, something like that. I would just do a few runs here or there. And yeah, I have to say, it wasn't too bad. And you'll see towards the end of the video when I show you the loot that it was definitely worth doing. And I'm hopefully going to make a decent amount of money from this and be able to buy myself some better gear. But yeah, I did like a mix with my gear on here. I had my first slot, just like my normal damage gear, and then my second slot, I actually put on a lot of equipment that boosts my movement speed. Because as you can see in this dungeon, there's a lot of running around. So having an increase in movement speed is definitely helpful. So I was constantly switching between those two. And yeah, overall, I did really well. So I don't want to make you guys wait too much longer. So let's move on to the loot. To start off with showing you my loot, I'm just going to show you the actual loot itself, but then afterwards I have a little Excel sheet to kind of break down everything I got. But as you can see, I did 100 runs, and if you have done the dungeon before, you know that you get a book drop every single run. So there are my 100 books that took me 14 hours to farm. I got a bunch of Step 1 skill books, a bunch of Step 3 skill books, a whole bunch of front skills, and some normal skills as well. I'll kind of hover over a couple of these here just to show you guys what I have, but it's a very large distribution of skill books. And if you're actually curious about the specific ones I got, I guess you could ask me in the comments and I could tell you, but I don't think that's super important. In addition to all these skill books, I got 400 of the light fragments that you get for killing the bosses. I got 14 copper agates, 8 gold agates, and 8 silvers, as well as a critical damage crest. I got some other stuff too, but I will show you that on my Excel sheet, which we will switch over to right now. Okay, here we are, my Excel sheet. I promise this is the last time I'm going to jump screens. So as you can see here, I did a total of 100 runs. Each time I did a run, it cost 200K to enter. So in total, it cost that much, however much that is. Anyway, it's that amount times 10, or not times 10, times 100. I got a total of 21 Dragon Signets, and in coin drops, I got a total of, as you can see, I have them all in here, 54 mil, and 700K, etc. Accessories also drop in the dungeon, and if you didn't know, the accessories actually sell for 500,000 each, so I collected all those and sold them and kept it tallied up here, so that was an additional 81 million towards my profit. There were some 17X armor pieces, but I stopped picking them up because I was having trouble selling them, but those are probably worth picking up as well. In addition to that, I got a bunch of junk gems, which are gems that people don't really use, and I usually sell those for about 8 mil each, so that was the majority of my profit in terms of immediate profit, which was another 440 million. In addition to that, I got 4 Trusty Armlet pieces, which is a pretty low drop rate. 4 out of 100 runs, that's pretty bad. But I did get 4, which is helpful. I'm almost at my Trusty Armlet, excited for that. So in total, that's how much I made. With the subtraction of the entry fee, I made about 556 million just in Dill alone. So that's awesome. In terms of Step 1 skill books, I got 18 of those. In terms of Step 3s, I got 16. Front skills, I got 14. And then the rest of my movement skill books were a total of 52 skill books. So actually, that's not too bad, because the movement skill books don't sell for a ton, but the front ones usually sell for a little bit more. So actually, about half of my skill books have at least some worth to them, which is pretty good. So in total, I got a total, sorry, I'm saying the word total a lot, of 34 skill books in between, between Step 1 and Step 3 books. So yeah, that is the loot for this dungeon. It was a lot of fun, and I plan on doing this for some of the other dungeons, so you can look forward to that. If you have any specific ones you'd like me to do or that you think I could make more money off of, I would definitely take that recommendation. Anyway, guys, if you thought this was cool, make sure to subscribe. If you could like the video, I would really appreciate that. This took a lot of work, and it would just let me know that you guys enjoyed this type of thing and you'd like to see more of it in the future. So yeah, if you have any questions or suggestions, as always, guys, you can leave them in the comments. And until next time, take care.